Welcome back. I'm ADH Decent. Let's get stuck in. In this episode, we will be looking at Finis and Nemesis and choosing one for our modded Skyrim build. Now we have SKSE installed on a clean installation of Skyrim, we can look at laying the groundwork for our mods of choice. This includes Finis or Nemesis, along with XPM SSE and race menu. Finis versus Nemesis. Finis stands for For's New Idols for Skyrim. It is a utility tool which allows the implementation of custom animations from other mods into your Skyrim game. Custom animations cover a vast variety of options. It could be as little as changing an NPC's walk style or pose to more advanced scenes used in mods such as Flower Girls. With the arrival of Nemesis, Finis faces a strong competition with a newly developed tool. This can make it difficult for users to decide which to choose for their build. Finis was originally created in 2012 for the original Skyrim game. It was later redeveloped in 2016 for the release of Skyrim Special Edition. For later retired from modding and handed Finis over to a new author. Nemesis, initially released in 2018 as an initial beta, Nemesis set out to be an upgraded version of Finis. At the time, it was only available on GitHub, but as of late 2021, has now been officially released on Nexus Mods. Nemesis is still in its beta phase with more and more improvements being added and bug fixes happening on a regular basis. This constant updating does mean that it is getting better and better, but requires far more user input at the moment. With having to update regularly and being in its beta phase, it still is far from completion. I really look forward to what Nemesis can offer to the modding community and cannot wait for it to take the place of Finis, but it just isn't quite ready yet. Whilst Finis is a little less advanced compared to what Nemesis is capable of, it still has a solid grounding, making it more reliable for the time being. Visit Nexus Mods and download For's New Idols. Download the behavior files, the creature pack, and the spells files. For our example, we will be using Finis alongside XP32, which we will look at shortly and hopefully revisit Nemesis in the future. Open your downloads folder and copy these to a permanent directory. Now drag these three files and drop them into your download section of Mod Organizer. When we install these, we will need to manually link them to the data folder. Double-click Finis Behaviors. A pop-up window will appear. At the bottom of the window, you will see the red text informing you that the data contents are not valid. So, select the little drop-down arrow. Under Finis Behavior, right-click on Data and select Set as Data Directory. The text will now change to green, saying it's valid. Now click OK to install. Now let's install the creature and the spells pack. Double-click. When the pop-up window appears, click on the Manual button. If it's green, you're good to go. If it's red, we just right-click on the Data checkbox option and select Set as Data Directory. Then click OK. Now let's set up Finis for use with Mod Organizer. During the creation of this tutorial video, the method I used to add Finis to Mod Organizer 2 in my 2-minute tutorial series is no longer effective and causes Finis to throw errors, so the method described in this video will avoid that. Now, let's set up Finis for use with Mod Organizer. On the right hand side of your Mod Organizer, click the Data tab. Expand the Tools folder. Expand the Generate FNIS for Users folder. Right-click on the Generate FNIS for Users application. Select Add as Executable. Now, in the drop-down window, you will see Finis. Finis will need to be opened and ran every time you start a new session for it to work. so adding it to your MO2 toolbar and desktop may save you some time in the future, and click Run. You will need to click on Update FNIS Behavior each time you install a new mod that contains alterations to animations. I personally run it each time I load up Ready to Play, as it doesn't take too long and it saves me worrying about if I should or shouldn't run it. Good job. Perfect time for a brew. Now we have Finis installed, we need to look at Race Menu and XP32. Race Menu is a character creation menu overhaul, allowing you to fully customize your character and have more control over the customization options. There is a chance you won't find XP32 when you search on Nexus Mods. This is because XP32 is classed as adult content, which is hidden for users of Nexus by default. To change this, visit your account settings. Click on Site Preferences. Click the Content Blocking tab and select Show Adult Content. Now download Race Menu and XPM SSE. In your Downloads folder, drag the Race Menu and XP32 zip files and drop them into your mod organizer under the Downloads tab. Double-click on Race Menu to install. As XP32 requires Race Menu, it is important to install this first. XP32 is basically a customizable skeleton, which allows developers of animations and animation mods to independently mod different areas of the skeleton figure for more detailed or accurate visual results. When you double-click on it to install, a pop-up window will appear allowing you to select a variety of install options. For now, all of these can be left at default, except for SOS, which we will change to none. Now you will need to launch Finis and update the behaviors for these to take effect. Under the patches, check the boxes for the gender and skeleton patches. Once you have updated Finis behaviors, you should not have any warnings listed. Then you can close Finis. Don't worry about the flickering on the screen. Finis is just running its commands. Good job! We now have Finis installed along with Race Menu and XP32.